Hello, welcome to this next Flip Preaching video. My name's Andy and we're looking through in 4 chunks. We're looking through the book of Colossians. And this week we're on the third of these and we're going to look at the section of the letter between chapter 2:16 to 3:17. Okay, now again we're going to focus on a particular part of this because we could go on for hours and hours and hours, but I just want to pick out one highlight from this bit. And this week I want to think about the metaphor of clothing. Now, when people were baptised in the early church, it would have been a full immersion baptism in water, in a river or somewhere like that. They would go completely under the water. It didn't take very long actually before they started baptising babies. When the first generation of Christians had babies, they wanted them to be baptised too. So infant baptism started quite early on. But in its purest original form, it was an adult deciding to follow Christ and then going into water and coming out. And we still do that today. But one change that we've made is that back then you used to stand at the riverbank and the person being baptised would take off all their clothes, go into the water naked, come out again, and then would be given a new set of clothes. And this was symbolic. Now we don't do that today. We're a bit prudish to do that. But so therefore perhaps we've lost some of the symbolism of that. And in this letter, Paul wants to unpick some of that. He says, take off the clothes. Take off the clothes which are from before your earlier stage of life. When you were baptised, you took things off. And he describes some of the things that we have to get rid of. He talks about various types of sexual misconduct. We don't really know what these words mean. It was certainly words, it was a list which he had kind of cut and pasted from somewhere else. But so there is this this list of sexual misdemeanors that he includes, and he also includes wrath, so being spiteful, wanting revenge on people. Incidentally, it's quite interesting that if that's something that's bad, why do we sometimes think God is wrathful? Anger, malice, blasphemy, indecent language from the mouth. So all of these things, and these again these are stock lists these crop up again and again in Paul's letters. They're sort of lists which people had of the things that people do wrong. We're to take all of those off and we're to put on new clothes. And the new clothes that we put on are compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, long-suffering, forbearing each other, and forgiving each other. So these are the clothes which as Christians we're to wear. I'll read that again. Compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, long-suffering, forbearing one another, forgiving each other. Now, there's a challenge. There's a challenge. We're to put away things like malice and anger and wrath, and instead we put on kindness and humility and long-suffering. How good is that? So the walk of being a Christian, when you're baptised, you symbolise, you get rid of some stuff and you add new stuff into your life. So may you and I be people who put on these new clothes and are not afraid to get rid of some of the old ones that have had their day. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Next week we'll finish off this book and round it all off with an interesting little historical thing about the church in the day. Okay, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.